Well, good morning, everyone. How are you? Are you fine? Hope so. So long not to see you guys. I miss you so much. And this is going to be our first meeting online. And I hope you are aware enough of how this class should be run. Okay, number one, I will explain it to you later on through this video, everything about this material. And then second, you are free to ask through the platform of that we have provided in WhatsApp group, or you also can have a privilege to approach me in persons or to contact me personally in order to clarify this type of material later on. Right? Okay. Don't forget to sign your attendance list. So at the end, I have such a document to show that you are here during my class. Okay, let's jump into the material. Well, we are going to talk about figurative language. Okay, what is figurative language? Figurative language, sometimes being called as a figurative sentence or a figurative meaning. So it's the same type of figurative, right? It can be figurative language, figurative sentence, or figurative meaning. So what is basically figurative language? Well, figurative language is a type of sentence that its literal translation does not represent the real meaning of its sentence. What does that mean? Means that sometimes people are trying to use such a comparisons or languages or sentence to actually to beautify this type of uh, sentence, but the meaning is not its literal translation. For example, when you want to talk about that someone is beautiful, for example, if you are saying that you are beautiful, itu adalah literal translation. Artinya you are beautiful adalah kamu itu cantik. So it means that it's literal translation. But in figurative language or figurative meaning or figurative sentence, instead of saying you are beautiful, you might want to use like uh, you are as for example, like you are a moon in my eyes, for example, or you are as bright as beautiful, as bright as moon, for example. It means that saya mau menerjemahkan bahwa kecantikan kamu itu seperti bulan in my eyes, which mean that bukan berarti muka kamu itu adalah bulan, but I'm saying that in order to make you interpret that you are beautiful and very beautiful, so then I compare you to the moon, right? Another example, like people want to say for example, you are very kind, for example, kamu tuh baik sekali, itu literal translation. Tapi figurative language is not a literal translation. Jadi kalau orang mau bilang, for example, contoh nih, saya bilang you have an angelic heart, for example, right? You have an angelic heart, which mean that hati kamu itu seperti hatinya malaikat, which mean that bukan berarti hati kamu adalah hatinya malaikat, right? It means that you are very kind. Okay, that is figurative language. Okay, probably you are wondering why we are studying this figurative language. Well, figurative language is somehow or very often found in a poetry, prose, or songs. So just because we are studying songs right now, I want you guys to understand the type of figurative language before stepping to understand the song in a whole, right? Jadi kita belajarnya figurative language ini karena nanti kita akan belajar tentang songs, how to understand songs in English. Okay. Okay, let's go back to the figurative language. Uh, so what are the type of figurative language? Actually, there are a lot of type of figurative languages, but in the most common figurative languages, we have like what we call simile, metaphor, personification, alliteration, onomatopoeia, and hyperbole. Okay, probably you are very exposed to this type of name because it also have been told in bahasa Indonesia, like personifikasi, alliterasi, dan metaphor and hyperbole. So it has the same concept with that. Okay, let's discuss one by one. Number one is simile. What is simile? Okay, simile is the actions of comparing between two unlike things using like or as. Okay, so the keyword here is two unlike thing using like or as. For example, kamu seperti bintang di langit. You are human. Kamu adalah human. Bintang, it is like uh, the space stuff, right? Itu adalah sesuatu yang tidak sama. So it's two unlike thing. Dua hal yang tidak sama. Digabungkan menggunakan like or as. You are like the star, or you are as a star, which mean that apakah kamu benar-benar star? No, right? You are standing here. You are watching me. You are watching me teaching you, which mean that you are not a star. If you are a star, then you are in the sky, right? So, but what I mean is, probably you are like a star in my heart, or you are a bright, or you have a big visions. That's what I mean, right? So, whenever we are trying to compare two unlike things using like or as, ada like dan s-nya ya, then we call it simile. Example, Ray Lewis, Ray Lewis is as mean as a bear, which means that Ray Lewis ini adalah as mean as bear, sekasar si bear. Apakah saya mengatakan dia itu seperti bear? No. What I want you to interpret is this Ray Lewis is very mean. Okay? Why this is simile? Because bear and Ray Lewis is something, these two things unlike. I mean, right? Ray Lewis is a human, and bear is an animal. It is something that cannot be compared. Okay, but how about if I say I like ice cream? Is it simile? No, it's not simile. Why? Number one, because there is no comparison. Gak ada perbandingannya di situ. Ice cream dibandingkan dengan apa? Gak ada ya. And then number two, itu juga tidak ada sama sekali kayak I like ice cream, kayak saya suka ice cream. Itu artinya kayak there is no something that to be compared, right? Sedangkan simil harus comparison. Do you guys understand? If you don't get it, write on the comment section, or you can write down in our WhatsApp group. Okay, let's do a very simple practice. Which one of the following sentence use a simile correctly? Number one is say the classroom was as crazy as a circus, or the classroom was a circus. Which one? You can predict? The answer is, what is the answer? Well, the answer is The classroom was as crazy as a circus. Kenapa yang the classroom was a circus ini salah? Karena tidak ada kata-kata like atau as. Oke? Apa yang dibandingkan di situ? Classroom and circus. Oke. So, yang benar the classroom was as crazy as a circus dibandingkan apa? Classroom and circus. Ada was, ada as atau like? Yes. Kalau ada as atau like dan dia membandingkan dua hal yang tidak sama, maka dia disebut simile. The classroom was a circus, tidak ada kata-kata like atau as-nya. Apa yang dibandingkan? Classroom and circus. Membandingkan dua hal yang tidak sama, sudah benar? Sudah. Tapi tetap dia tidak bisa dianggap simile karena tidak ada kata-kata as dan like. Get it? Okay, good. Let's go to the second. Okay, second item. We call it metaphor. What is metaphor mean? It is quite similar with simile or with simile. The definition of metaphor is a comparison between two unlike things without using like or as. Jadi bedanya sama yang sebelumnya hanya adalah yang sebelumnya menggunakan like or as. Seperti, kamu seperti bulan. Tapi kalau metafor disebutkan ya udah, kamu adalah bintang. Kamu adalah bulan. Tidak ada kata-kata like or as-nya. Tidak ada kata-kata sepertinya. Okay? The example is Will Smith is a funny clown. Will Smith is a funny clown. Tidak ada kata-kata as. Okay. Apa yang dibandingkan di situ? Will Smith and clown, which is two things that is different. Okay? Okay. Kalau saya disebut di situ adalah contohnya adalah Will Smith seperti Tom Cruise, for example, itu sesuatu yang like, bukan too unlike, tapi itu sama-sama manusia yang bisa dibandingkan. That's why it's not metaphor atau simile. Right. Let's do a short practice. Which of the following sentence use a metaphor correctly? Number 1, in the lunchroom, the students' stories were like soap operas. Or, in the lunchroom, the students' stories were soap operas. What does soap operas mean? Itu kayak opera sabun seperti itulah. Okay? In the lunchroom, the students' stories were like soap operas. In the lunchroom, the students' stories were soap operas. Which one is the correct one? Right. The second option is the correct one. In the lunchroom, the students' stories were soap operas. Why? Karena yang pertama, in the lunchroom, the students' stories were like soap operas, itu ada kata-kata like-nya. Dia itu simile. Apa yang dibandingkan di situ? Lunchroom and soap operas. Okay. Good. Go to the third. Third one is personification. Well, personification is giving an animal, object, or any idea a human trait. There is a human quality which only can be done by human. It is hard to be done by other creatures beside human. For example, the only creature that can smile is human. So smile is a human quality or human trait. Right? For example, angry. The word angry only be derived to human. So it's only human yang bisa angry. Kan? Only human yang bisa angry, which mean that angry adalah human trait atau human quality. Right? Tapi ketika kita berikan kepada sesuatu human trait tersebut kepada benda yang tidak memiliki human trait, maka dia disebut sebagai personification. Contoh. Like the horse The horses smile at me, for example, or the tree smile as it basks in the sun. The tree smiled as it basks in the sun. What is the subject? Tree. Is it a human? No. Tree is not a human. But smile is the quality of human. Can actually tree smile? Pernah nggak kalian jalan tiba-tiba pohon senyum? Gak pernah dong. Aneh kan? Kalau ada pernah. Makanya tree smile itu kan memberikan the quality of human, which is smile, to the tree. That's why we call it personification. What it means is, it want to say that tree is actually having fun, basket in the sun, for example. Okay, good. Next, let's do some sort of practice. Personification practice. Which of the following sentence use personification correctly? Number 1, the wind whispered softly last night, or the wind was strong last night. Which one? Which one is the personification sentence? Right. The first option is the answer. The wind whispered softly last night, which means that the subject is wind, which is not human. Whisper is the ability that only possessed by human. Cuman human yang bisa whisper. Iya kan? Berbisik. Cuman human yang bisa berbisik. So when we say wind whisper, angin berbisik, it is giving a personal or a person quality or a human quality or human trait to non-human. Yang kedua kenapa salah? Karena the wind was strong last night. Strong itu bukan hanya human quality. Wind can be strong, storm can be strong, water can be strong, right? Stone can be strong. So that is why personifications goes to first sentence. Right. Okay. Basically, we still have alliteration and also onomatopoeia, and we also still have hyperbole, right? But I don't think that we have enough time. I want you guys to focus on this. Even though that is only 17 minutes, I want you guys to be focused in mastering these 3 type. How many type? These 3 type. I want you guys to focus on this 3 type of figurative meaning, right? Okay. If you think that you have any question on this regard, feel free to ask. I will be here answering your question, and please don't let yourself listen this video with no understanding, which I mean that jangan sampai kamu habiskan waktu dengerin video ini kemudian nggak paham sama sekali. So keep asking, right? Okay, good. If there is a question, feel free to contact, and I'll be here waiting for your answer. That's all. See you.